Hello dear students, welcome again. Today we are going to discuss SST lesson, that is from civics, the lesson which we have studied, understanding secularism. See, the second lesson, understanding secularism, we have completed, and today we are going to discuss few questions about this lesson. Now let us see the questions I have mentioned on the board. The questions I have mentioned on the board. The first question is, what is secularism? First question is, what is secularism? Second one, in Saudi Arabia, how are the non-Muslims treated? The next question is, explain the meaning of coercion. Fourth, define freedom to interpret. And the last one, what does intervene means? Now these are the 5 questions that we are going to discuss with the reference of our text. Now the first question, that is, what is secularism? When we have discussed, the entire lesson is depend on secularism. Understanding secularism means we have to understand the concept of secularism. And when we think about the secularism, the meaning of that word is, you have to separate your religion and you have to separate your administration. Means administration should be different, or state government should be different, and that government should not mingle any religion with the state administration. That is what we call secularism. Let us see its answer in a detail. See, secularism is freedom to live by individuals, religious life, religious beliefs and practices. It separates power of religion and the power of the states. Power of the religion and power of the state. The state is neutral and impartial in dealing with religions. Means it has mentioned very clearly that state government or central government, whatever the government is there, that government is not having any interfere in the religious matters. All people, they are free to practice their religion, and they can follow their culture without any interference of the government. Now let us see the second question, that in Saudi Arabia, how are the non-Muslims treated? This is the question we have discussed already when we were discussing the lesson. Now the answer to this question is, we all are well aware that Saudi Arabia is a completely Muslim country. Okay, they have adopted Muslim religion as their national religion, and what a treatment they give to the other religions. Let us see. In Saudi Arabia, non-Muslims are not allowed to build a temple. The first thing, in Saudi Arabia, the non-Muslims, whether they are Christians or whether they are Hindus, if we consider Hindus, they are not permitted to build a temple. Second thing, churches. Means if they are Christian, they are not permitted to build churches. Means other than Muslims, no other community or no other religion is permitted to build their religious building, any whether it is temple or church, and nor they can gather in public places for prayers. The second thing, uh, we know that there are particular festivals of Muslim people where they gather and celebrate it together commonly. But in Saudi Arabia, if you are non-Muslim, there is no question, there is no problem that you are non-Muslim. But they have prepared certain rules and regulations. You cannot build temples, churches, first thing. Second, you cannot gather commonly at public places for the celebration of your any festival. That is the prohibition by the Saudi Arabia, and by this we understand Saudi Arabia is not a secular state. It is purely following Muslim. It is purely Muslim country, and they follow their own rules. Now the next question is, explain the meaning of coercion. Okay, what is the meaning of this word? Let us see in detail. Coercion means to force someone to do something. The meaning of this word, coercion, means to force someone to do something. In other words, it refers to the force used by legal authority like the states. Means the meaning of that word, that state is going to force you to do something special. Okay. The next is, define freedom to interpret. Now here a small term they have asked to define. What is the freedom to interpret? Let us see the answer for this question. Freedom to interpret refers to person's liberty to develop his or her own understanding and meaning to the religion practiced. Okay, to the religion practiced. And the last question, that what does intervene means? The meaning of this word intervene refers to the state's efforts to influence a particular matter in accordance with the principle of constitution. With the principle of constitution. And when we were dealing with the lesson, one example is given from America, and that example is compared with the India. Means in America, states are not permitted to interfere in any religious matter. They have separately kept their state administration different and religion different. But in India, states can take, see, means we are not going to say that states are going to take side of any one particular religion, but in some matter state can give some relaxation to its public or according to the subject of their state. So these were the 5 questions we have discussed so far. You take down these questions, and after that, with the help of textbook and with the help of this video, you can write down the answers for questions. Now let us see again. We are going to discuss a few more questions. Okay, the first question: mention the 2 reasons why the separation between religion and state is important. Second question: what is the Indian secularism? And third question: how is the secularism practiced in India? Now let us see the first question, that is, mention the 2 reasons. Mention the 2 reasons why the separation between religion and state is important. See, 2 reasons. For what? Separation between religion and state. Why it is important? This much. Let us see the answer for the question. Now, the 2 reasons why the separation between religion and state is important are as follows. The first one, to prevent the domination of one religion over another religion. Second, to protect the freedom of individuals to come out of their religion and freedom to interpret religious teachings differently. Now, see the first answer or the first point, that to prevent domination of one religion over another. When we see different countries are there, okay, and in near about or in all countries, uh, the population is mixed with various religious people, more than one religion, what we can say in simple term. Now when people of more than one religion are living there, majority is there and minority is there. Majority people and minority, and majority always try to suppress the minority. This is fact, this is humanity, what we have gone through till now. Means if we will see the world political history, so that's why it is mentioned that separation between the religion and state, that is important to run the administration very smoothly. The second point is that to protect the freedom of individuals, to protect the freedom of individual persons, okay, to come out of their religion, and freedom to interpret religious teachings differently. Means whatever the teachings are there of your religion, no other religion or government should interpret in it, or they should interfere in that. So they should free to practice their own religion. Now the next question, what is Indian secularism? What is Indian secularism? When we read this question, answer, and when we are going to answer for that, in simple terms, we can say that India has not adopted officially any its national religion. All religions are apart from the administration. Means administration is separately that what according to the constitution, and all religions are separately. Though Hindus are in majority or Muslims are in minority or any other religions, no particular religion has any impact or impression or the pressure on the government to take particular religion. That is not the case. All decisions and administration run according to our constitution. That is what Indian secularism we say. Now the last, how is the secularism practiced in India? What are the points for this? Let us see the first point. The first point is one religious community does not dominate other. A very simple thing. As we have mentioned, in India, it is not possible for any community, whether they are majority or minority, that they can dominate to others. Even in one religion, any means particular community cannot dominate to the another one, means upper caste or lower caste. Likewise, it is not possible, and they are protected by the constitution. The second thing, some members do not dominate other members the same religious community. Just we have discussed, as I have mentioned you, that if the same community is there, then also in that same community one particular group of people cannot dominate to the other particular group of people, which generally we saw in Hindu people also. Means some caste are upper caste people and some are lower caste according to their work and all. Then also upper caste and lower caste means they have to live equally according to the constitution, and lower caste people also, they have given many more opportunities in the constitution according to the constitution, and no one can do any injustice with them. They can go to the court for if any matter is going to happen. The last one is that the state does not enforce any particular religion, nor it take away the religious freedom of individuals. Now, the important is that state is not going to enforce, means they are not going to make compulsory. What any religion, okay, enforce any religion, not it take away religious freedom. Means government is not going to guide any religion that you go in that way. Simply see, this year we are facing this COVID-19 corona. Because of that, when it started from month of March, state government has announced and they have appealed whatever the festivals, whether they belong to the Hindu community or any other community, the government has made appeal to all people to celebrate their festivals at family level only. Okay, and that is also taking care of corona. Means they should not mix with the people outsider, or maintaining social distance and all. Means in such crucial condition also, where people are their life is in danger, government has not issued any order, just government has appealed. Means in such a situation also, government according to the constitution, government is running, and government has not interfered in any religion. Just on the basis of humanity ground and for the safety of all people, government has appealed every religion. Now the previous 5 questions and these 3 questions, there are total 8 questions. You take down these 3 questions, and rest questions we will see in the next video. Thank you very much.